Gentlemen, once again, welcome to this Valley Live presentation of the AVP Chicago Open here on Oak Street Beach in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. We move over to the women's side of things here in match number 21. Features our number 13 seed in a Survival Saturday elimination match between Kylie and Devanne Sowers facing off against the number 7 seed, Kylie, Deberg, and Hailey Harward. I'm Rob Espero on the call with none other than the majestical Meg Bergdorf. Thoughts on your match to kick off our fourth set here on court number 1?
I mean, we've said it earlier today, it's Survival Saturday, and these ladies are two really good, solid teams that come out hot of the gates. Kylie and Devanne Sowers, they come out fighting and they're fierce. You put them up against a huge blocker and a very fast and dynamic defender. I feel this is going to be a 3-set battle.
And it is a good call. We've got some really hot players on court right now in the form of Devanne Sowers and Kylie who've really had a break season here in 2024, Meg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every tournament that they've played in, I mean, they have a 9th in Denver, they have a 1st in Wapaka, a 3rd in Virginia Beach, 17th in Manhattan Beach, not bad for a team coming out, and finished 9th up in Halifax.
Right, left. Come on.
Appreciate, or actually apologize for the video jumble there as we start play here in our first set.
It's artistic viewing.
I'd call it, but I can't see it.
I think it was a double set on Kylie Deberg.
Yep.
If I can see black and white well.
Are you able to make through the gray space and an alien setup here in our video?
And we have Sowers and Khan on our side, closest to us. On the far side is Hailey playing the right side and Kylie on the left side.
Get up, right high. There it is, so good.
And that's Kylie Deberg with a monster block. Dig touch by Kylie Khan, but going a bit tight.
Like a Twilight Zone feed that we've got going on here. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Calling online on my chat room app. Score started at 2. You're looking at Hailey Harward if you can see through. Back to serve.
It's a nice swing on the inside of the block from Devanne Sowers. I loved watching Devanne Sowers play in her last few tournaments. She has this huge, big angle, very indoor-like still with a big beach feel to it, and it's only getting more specific.
She is a really fighting machine with a big jump because every time she swings at the ball, I really feel like when she goes full swing, it's one of the hardest hit balls I've seen in this 2024 season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's picked up her game, and she's really into fitness. You can tell she's doing quite the training regimen to prepare herself for competing in these events. As you see, they go up 5-2 on our first switch.
I'd say I think Kylie Deberg is looking a little flat, but I can't really say that with confidence right now. She's had a few missed at the net, I believe. So looking for her to kind of settle in, have that confidence. We have a tall matchup. We have 6'2" Devanne Sowers and a 6'4" Kylie Deberg. That's a huge block matchup.
Come on. Let's go, guys.
A nice dig over on 1 from Kylie Khan. She is totally on defensive prowess. She's absolutely phenomenal back there, moving and reading. And I like how her and Devanne have settled as a partnership because they seem to not let much go through.
Serve the 6 is our score. Here in set number 1 in our elimination match. See everyone in the chat room. Yes, the feed is going in and out on all courts, and
It's not you.
Yeah, the staff on site is working on the issue as we speak. 4 serving to 6. Kylie Deberg back to serve. Deberg, the 6'4" blocker from Hudson, Iowa. Played indoor at Illinois and Missouri. Finished her career playing beach for Russell Brock at LSU.
What an epic serve. She also played with Ellie Schenk at the AVCA Collegiate Beach Pairs Championship, the inaugural event 2 years ago. Won that event with her and was coined best pair in the country. She now trains with the USA National Team Development Program in Hermosa Beach.
Again, all you in the crowd chat, the technical issues are being addressed as we speak. Apologize. Megan and I will try and make the call for you if you're not able to see anything.
Just know it's not your TV, it's ours. And stick with us because we'll provide some insight onto these two ladies' teams.
30 ace winner for Carly Kahn. Finds the sand. 8-5.
And that's a lucky use of the equipment. Hard to pick up as it's moving on that fast angle.
Out of system play. Harward goes for the jumbo shot to Carly Kahn with the overhand.
And you can hear Kylie's being big up there, but they are working Hailey Harward down the middle a little bit, making it a bit harder to get that pass moving forward and really working Kylie Deberg on that release and having to set out of system sets a little bit more.
Got 6-8 on the turn. On our near side are Carly Kahn and Devanne Sowers. Kahn and Sowers getting a first at Wapaka in the summer. And swinging hard and high was Devanne Sowers. Just barely missed out a play off the block to Berg. Harward on the attack. Goes thumb down on the spinner winner. 7-9.
And I love the chemistry that both of these pairs have. And we'll continue to see it throughout this matchup. But they're very in system together. They're very united. They're very aligned. And they have good, clear communication. And that's why we're finding them here in this contenders bracket facing off.
Both teams playing are a fairly new pair, Meg.
Yeah, absolutely. And their synergy is very evident. I think they found the fit.
Deberg on the option off the block as Sowers goes out of play.
Deberg and Harward are playing together for the 3rd time on the AVP and the 12th time overall. They're currently tied for 5th in points among the teams outside of the automatic berths or the wild cards before entering into Chicago. So if they have a finish of at least 7th place, they will improve their points total.
Eleven serving 8.
10.
Hammering swing by Harward, dug by Kahn. That's an overdig. Deberg blasts it down. Kahn gets an attack. And Deberg's down ball shot misses wide.
I mean, I've said it before, but Carly Kahn is like a magnet to the ball. She is so fast and just has great read on the ball. She really watches the body movement and the play forming before making that movement, and she's all over the backfield.
20.
Really working Harward in service speed.
Let's go.
And Harward delivers off of Kahn, trying to get that overhand dig to keep it in play. We got go to 9-12 at the technical timeout. And again, I don't know if you're on the crowd chat, but Valley Live stepped in. They're apologizing for the issues. It's an internet issue in Chicago, apparently.
The Windy City strikes again.
It's a beautiful day out on the lake at Oak Street Beach, and some good volleyball already happening this morning. But
Yeah,
let's talk about the AVP League, Meg.
Yeah, the league that starts this fall is a whole new style of play from the AVP, and they're launching it. There are 8 cities that now have new names to their cities that teams will go to. It'll start in September 14th and 15th in Los Angeles at UCLA. And that 8 teams, I don't know if you're in the crowd zone, if you can name any of the 8 of them, they will kick off that weekend, conclude November 9th and 10th in Los Angeles. So start and stop in LA. If you're in our crowd zone and you know any of those league names, pop it in there. We'll give you some Valley Bucks for the first ones who name them.
Meg Valley Bucks Bergdorf. You love awarding those Valley Bucks. Bowers hits it just over the block at Deberg, and that is hard to do. Kylie Deberg just takes a lot of area on top net with her fingers spread. Standing at 6'4".
Go, Kylie. Yes, so good. Woohoo!
Balls like out of play. Point going towards Deberg and Harward, trailing by 3 at 10-13.
And a little bit of a slow start, but I think they're settling in, and I know that Deberg and Harward can battle. So pressure is on as their momentum grows.
Go, 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 go!
LA Launch, Palm Beach Passion, Brooklyn Blaze, all in the chat. You guys are money right now. Well, that's all better at beach.
Can they get all 8 though? That's the real question.
And the putback by Sowers misses long. She was able to get a hand on the Harward attack, but was falling back to try and get it back over because the ball went straight up. Yeah. 11 serving to 14. Kylie Deberg going for it from the service line, but misses long. Option on 2 picked up by Khan. Khan going for the extreme cut. He misses about a foot or 2 wide.
And I definitely remember this season Rob calling it the Con Cuddy because she loves the cutty and she executes it so beautifully.
Float serve misses long. Khan along with Sowers and their coach, Danny Alvarez. The not so secret training is what I like to call it now. Do a lot of good training in Hawaii, in the island there, and some really good athletes coming out of that little club that he's training with. And Harward, smooth operator down the line, seeing that block.
Yeah, I really like Hailey Harward in that pin set, and Kylie is doing a great job setting up a nice eighth, lifting it. Gives her all of her options as an undersized hitter with a big block. I think it's a great location for her.
Yes! Great call!
On going over the top of Deberg. She plays with such great confidence, knowing that she's got such a toolbox of shots to use.
Yeah, well, what benefits her is that she comes in with the same hard approach, looking identical every time, and changing it only at the last second.
Devin Sowers with a rejection. Deberg.
She might be my newcomer of the year. I think she's an amazing beach player, and you can still see so much room for growth from her. but her and Carly have settled over this season.
Cannot wait to see those end of the year awards, because there are definitely some new faces who are also putting up some really good numbers in all the categories, from aces to blocks to hitting percentage, kills, digs. Looking at 18 here in set number 1. Con looks and says, I'm not shooting, I'm banging on this one.
That is a heavy arm for sure. Absolutely beautifully executed.
Carly Con again, slicing and dicing.
She's on it. I love that for her. In the break of the play, I mean, her defensive touch is just so chill. She kind of gets chested a little bit, keeps it nice and controlled, kicks out, creates a nice big window for herself to put it away.
That point serving to 14. Good read by Con on defense. And she goes high hands, and the first set goes to Carly Con and Devanne Sowers, 21-14, as they go up 1-0 here in our Survival Saturday elimination match. Megan, thoughts on our first set of play?
Well, the stats don't lie. Hitting is definitely the difference. Con and Sowers are hitting 625, Deberg, Harward 200. Specifically, Deberg a 0 and Harward a 313. Offensively, although they're not making a lot of errors, they're not getting many kills. And the reason why is that their setting isn't as proficient in transition as I think it can be. When it is, it looks super effortless and very easy. So I think a little bit of the intention on maybe a little bit better first ball contact. I had a little bit of service pressure in the beginning, serving Harward deep into that middle. So maybe a little bit on improved passing, and definitely trying to get those sets a little bit more to the zones. I like when Harward's running the 1, the 3, or the 5, which are 2 pin sets for out of the middle. It gives her a lot of range, and it gives her a lot of flexibility on options, especially against a big tall block, and keeping that set just a little bit off because she has such great vision. I think defensively, Carly Con's all over the place. 5 digs already in set number 1 and 3 monster blocks by her partner, Devanne Sowers.
Great breakdown by you, Meg. I have a question in regards to, you keep referring to lanes, and years ago they referred to the red, white, and blue sets in the USA program, but now they're referencing lanes as a tactic.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, it was a decision within USA Volleyball's NTDP National Team Development Program to roll out offensive lanes. So it goes 1 through 5. 1 is at the antenna, 2 slightly inside, is in the middle, 4 on the right, and then 5, the 6 feet from the antenna there. So they're about 6 feet in width. So you can have kind of an antenna side of lane 1 and the 1-2 seam as well. It helps to give some offense, kind of like an indoor when you call a 4, a back set, a 9, a pipe, whatever your calls are. It just offers a little bit of variety. In layering that on, you can also call tempo sets at 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s.
That breakdown by Meg Bergdorf. That's why she is the analyst on our call here. First point going to Deberg and Harward. But thanks for that breakdown, Meg. It's to see the transformation of the offenses being run on the beach now is one of the most intriguing things for me to follow.
Yeah, it pretty much is. All of the juniors across the country are running 1 through 5. As you start to have your own partnership, nice touch there.
Oh, look at that. Go buy your lotto ticket, Kylie, because the luck of the Irish is on you there.
It was great that we could see that play. Yeah, so across the country, all of the juniors are really running that and have been now for 3 years. So if you started at 10, 11, 12, you're now 15, 16, 17. A lot of dynamic offensive plays, and that's why the on-2 and the G set has become even more prevalent in this game.
Oh, dig by Harward, knocked down, I believe it's Con, trying to jump and push Sowers out of the way to get that overkill. The defender enforcing the net to get that point. Devanne Sowers back to serve on our near side. The 6'2 blocker from New Mexico.
Bit of a jumbo shot there. Falls up and over Kylie Kahn. Actually, it's an interesting shot. We haven't seen Kylie defend yet, I believe, in this matchup. The off-tempo outside. She moves well forward and to her angles.
Service ace into the seam of uncertainty.
And you could see that even just the pixelation on the screen.
I think we're being invaded by aliens in our feed here, Megan.
This is the AI world.
Go, 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 go.
Kylie Kahn with a knuckle poke on the second ball was a low, fast pass, and that's all she could have done with that.
Kahn and Sowers beating Newberry and Whitmarsh earlier. Rob, you had a chance to watch a little bit of that match. What are they carrying forward through that matchup?
Well, what they're carrying forward was a pretty grindy and gutsy battle because, let's just face it, Newberry and Whitmarsh are not an easy team to beat. They are grinders as well, so they come out with the momentum of knowing they've beaten a really talented team and knowing that they can run with the best of them.
Just a little referee shout out and love. Our up ref is Matt Laveau and our down ref is Dave Carson.
Deberg and Harward leading 5-2 in our second set. Needing to win to push a third set tiebreak after dropping that first 21-14. And that's a good way to do it, was from the service line.
Absolutely. And they had to find just that little bit of an X factor. I think they started set number one a little bit slow, a little bit flat, and now they're picking it up. A little bit more dynamic, aggressive from that service line.
Harward, tough serve to area one. And Deberg with a wall of shame.
Absolutely epic block and well timed by Kylie Deberg. Nice deep load. You can see when she touches that ball, she's perfectly straight up. Hands are pressing into ball.
The player conference on the court there with that 7-2 lead. Hailey Harward started her collegiate career at Long Beach State Indoors. She transferred over to USC to play beach.
Come on, get us. Go, Kylie! Let's go!
And forcing through the block on the joust is Devanne Sowers. Not an easy task going up against Kylie Deberg.
2 inches in the difference. 6'2" Devanne Sowers, 6'4" Kylie Deberg. Some of our tallest blockers on tour.
That read by Kylie Kahn was phenomenal to see. If you were able to get that on the feed, she anticipated that shot by Deberg and had an easy dig.
The winner of this matchup will play the currently playing match on court number 2 between Hodel and New York against Rodriguez and Urango. That'll take place later today at 2 p.m. So 3 matches in a row on Survival Saturday for these ladies.
Bates serving 4 here in set number 2. And a very mishit serve. Deberg goes under the net.
Did not black out at the right time for Kylie Deberg. Actually, looking at the bracket, if Kahn and Sowers win, they will have to play 4 matches today to advance to the semifinals.
That's a hard schedule to rip through, so to speak. And winning out up top is Devanne Sowers. She does a double flex towards her partner, Kylie Kahn.
Yeah.
We've got 6, looking at 8 on the side switch.
For me, this next side switch for Deberg and Harward have to be prioritize. This is your match management. You need to win 4 out of the 7 points at least. You win the side switch, you stay with the lead. You don't have to win all of them in the beginning. You just need to win 4 of them.
You're looking at Khan back to serve, the 5'9" defender from Honolulu, Hawaii. Played indoor at Missouri and beach at Hawaii. The former Rainbow or Beach Bow. Hear the crowd heckling, just serve it. I miss being at these events where you can get the heckling. We can get a little bit of online heckling if we want in the crowd chat.
Line! Yeah,
Deberg gets the call of line and she hammers it cross court.
Ouch, that is a serious perimeter shot.
She was feeling it, so why not stroke it cross court with that crush? Option ball drops in the corner.
It looks like it was a little mismatch on the blocking lineup. Couldn't tell exactly there.
Khan with a surgical strike going for that high line roll. Was that Harward? It blacked out on me. Harward with that winner. Pardon my mistake. 10-7.
Oh! Come on!
And a miss hit goes out of play. 11-7.
This is the real test, Rob, of commentary. Can we call blind?
If I can make out shapes of the bodies on the court. On winning out on the high line roll.
So going back to my comment about match management, right now Deberg and Howard have won 3 points in the side switch. Khan and Sowers 2. Deberg, Harward need 1 more here to secure the side win.
Big rip by Harward, dug by Khan.
Go! Nobody! Hey!
Pull dig by Deberg, leading to the Hailey Harward hammer.
Ooh, I like that. The Hailey Harward hammer. It's a mouthful.
She's got her own club, though. The hashtag Hailey's Homies that her posse have been promoting.
And they've got the 4 mini points on the side switch, even though they missed that serve. So that's good match management, in my opinion. They've won that side switch 4-3.
They're not even moving after the call. They're contesting the call of out. A little delayed there as they have a discussion with Matt Lebeau, our R1, as they go in the technical timeout with Deberg and Harward leading 12-9.
Again, these are playing for $150K purse, evenly split on the men's side, so $300K overall. Moving on, and also playing for that spot in the league. Winning helps them move on with that potentiality of being a team in the league this fall. The loser goes home today with a 9th place finish.
As we look at the breakdown, Kylie and Hailey are currently in 7th as of this event. For Carly Khan and Devin Sowers, they basically got to win the Chicago Open to be in the league competition.
So a big matchup here for Kylie and Hailey to continue to promote and push them in an opportunity for the league this fall.
Which starts on September 14th and 15th at UCLA's Tennis Center. And someone on the board asked why not on the beach. And, you know, I don't have an exact answer, I guess. I think Megan has her finger more on the pulse of that decision-making process.
I mean, I think we're trying to build fansmanship and see what that arena feel is like, and having a different style of beach volleyball that maybe caters to more and different fans. It'll mimic maybe a little bit more what we're used to going to, let's say, the Lakers or the Cavs and watching a basketball game. You know, it has set halves. You have one gender, you have a timeout, another gender. Games will be to 15 points, though, so that'll be interesting. Best of 3 to 15.
The block over, that was just a lucky rally for Deberg and Harward. Good cover, dug it, goes out of play. If you can make out through the images on the screen. Video encoder not happy with us at all, apparently.
It says it's a holiday weekend, guys, so do not get the memo.
14 serving to 9. Deberg and Harward leading here in set number 2. Look at that top spin roll winner by Hailey. Harward just grabbing that sideline.
And it seems we have a timeout. Nice lifted ball. Sowers giving the open net to Harward.
Well, Harward, back in her teens, was in the indoor part of the USA NTDP program. Actually, it's pre-NTDP. It was just the U17 team, and she's playing for the FIVB U17 championships, which is where I met her as a libero.
Yeah, and then she made the jump.
Yeah, but she was one of the highest jumpers in the gym, and she can thump. She played some outside at Long Beach State, until she transferred over to USC to commit to beach.
Absolutely no doubt about her hops. They're pretty impressive. And her and Kylie have been crushing it this year. They have been to the AVPs, they've been to FIVPs, to Elite 16s in Vienna and Stade. They were in the qualifiers there. It's such great experience. This is a future team for Team USA. They were in challenge events, played in Norseca, all in the last year.
Tough serve by Deberg, but misses just long. As we get Carly Kahn stepping back to the service line. Kahn and Sowers having a great 2024 season in the AVP, playing in Contenders in heritage events. And Deberg with the attacker misses wide.
And it seems, I don't want to speak too soon, that our feed has settled just a bit for us.
They put those hamsters on those running wheels to keep running. Harward blocked at the net by Sowers. Actually, it's an attack into the net for a point going to Kahn and Sowers. They pulled in 3 at 12:15, and now we got a timeout. But just to finish the thought on Kahn and Sowers, so in 2024, they got 21st in Huntington Beach and 9th in Denver. Hit it big in Wapaka with a first and a third at Virginia Beach and a MBO 17th. So they're, again, a first-year partnership, and they're seeing some good results.
Absolutely. And the same thing with Deberg and Harward. Just most recently, Manhattan Beach Open, they finished 9th overall. So both of these teams are really starting to blossom as a partnership. We said earlier, yes, they're a bit new in that partnership. I mean, Deberg and Harward are racking up, about 8 to 12 events together, especially international, which takes a toll on you. And I think both of these teams are going to be here to stay, hoping that one, if not both of them, have a chance at that league in the fall.
And everyone in the crowd chat and the Bally Live app, thank you for your patience and understanding. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties, and it looks like we are fixed for now. Deberg almost looked like she's going to commit to that pass, but she stepped away last minute. 16-12 on the switch.
They have been working that serve in the middle back, and even on that miss, if I'm Kahn and Sowers, I'm like, they're not even moving towards that. So I would continue to work that middle deep if I was them.
rip and knocks it outside the diving reach of Harward.
Nice big swing there. Again, the con cutty or the sharp angle, it's just so dialed in for her.
Harward goes down the line for the point winner, 17-13. The con cutty and the Harward highliner.
Oh, I like it.
Big serve by Deberg. And swatting flies up top is Deberg getting that option ball out of here.
That was a huge block. You almost thought she was fading away too much. Really nice control.
And dropping in the corners, Devin Sowers. Looked like Harward was about to commit to it.
Yeah, I mean, she threaded right down the middle of him. You saw the diving, blocking hands of Deberg, and then Harward almost stabbing to her right, and that ball perfectly placed right down the middle.
Harward unleashing the beast within on that swing.
Harward hammer. I think that one's taking the lead, Rob.
And there's that former outside hitter action by Harward. On going over the top of Deberg. She just has such great court vision, Meg.
Yeah, she does. But that's also because her technique is so similar every single time, and where she receives that ball between her nose and shoulder in alignment is almost exactly the same every single time.
We have our first set point for Deberg and Harward at 20-15 on the turn. And they're loving the fact that they could be going into a third set. They can grab one more point for their side. One hand dig by Deberg. And Sowers, that's what we've seen all summer from Sowers.
Yeah.
A big swing off the two. For the two ball to complete the dot.
A nice, easy ball there. A free ball, totally take. I mean, Deberg almost got there, in fairness. She's going to start picking those up, but that was just really nicely executed from Con to Sowers.
16th serve in his set point number 2. And a service ace for the Wrath of Khan. 17 serve in set point number 3. Laser guided ace over toward that sideline. Tough ball to handle. Another tough serve by Khan. And an attack error to pull him within a pair at 18, serving at 20.
One aside out, they have all the opportunity to control this first pass and first ball side out here.
And there's the winner by Deberg on a broken play as they take the second 21-18 as we are going to a third set tiebreak. Megan, what is it that Kylie and Hailey have done to grab this second set for the equalizer?
I mean, they really just eradicated the unforced errors that they had in set number 1. In set number 1, for what we saw, it seemed like they were spraying a lot of offensive balls out of bounds on the sharp sideline, particularly. Setting has also settled. It's looking like they're getting really good matchups there. Overall, I think the pressure has been put on by Deberg and Harward. They, to me, kind of woken up and have that energy now to really bring forward.
Well, I know from following Hailey's and Kylie's feed, they've had some travel issues getting to Chicago. So it's funny tracking what they've had to go through between hating LAX. I know that's not a very good experience for anyone, but apparently there were some delays that kept them from getting there when they originally wanted to.
Well, it seems it hasn't really stifled their performance yet. Both teams in set number 2 hit an overall of 400 or greater. Con 500, Sowers 250, Deberg 333, and Harward 583. So probably the pressure coming out here will be on Sowers and Deberg. Deberg having a little bit of trouble at the end of set number 2 as well. 2 big blocks up there for Deberg in set number 2. And a few digs apiece on both sides.
Looking at Kylie Khan and Devanne Sowers playing some really good ball in 2024 here on the AVP. Seems that Kylie, whoever she ends up playing with, are pretty successful. She was at Hermosa last year with Lexi Deberg, and they had a great result. They were top 9, top 7.
Mm-hmm.
First serve in our third set. And going off the blocks, Hailey Harward.
I listened to my boss.
I like that little comment. I listen to my call. Nice high execution, up and over.
Short serve to Khan. Pretty heavy swing by Kylie Khan coming from the defender. Harward digs it out of play.
And I think this is going to be a bit of a defensive battle, to be honest. I think everyone's going to come out, you know, these big hammer swings, and I think it's going to be a difference of defense.
Little off-speed shot off the block of Sowers by Deberg into the 2-1.
And we've had a comment in the crowd zone about, you know, the continuation of the discussion why leagues in facilities. And somebody did mention, you know, beach locations do have huge fees and restrictions. For example, Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach, you can't charge for ticketing because of the public city beaches and some of the rules they have there. So if you're filling stadiums and you can't charge for them, there's a missed opportunity for profit as well. What a monster block.
Big hands by Deberg. Put him up 3-1. Tight pass. And Kylie Khan on the placement winner. Deep corner. 2 looking at 3 on the turn. Well, this is the thing, Meg. We are beginning to see a lot of beach volleyball complexes being constructed across the nation.
Yeah.
Just look at Death Volley.
Yeah, absolutely. And facilities that have 10 plus courts, you know, they're in high demand for running juniors tournaments, opening up their ability. And when you have a facility, you have controlled costs, so you can budget accordingly.
Great anticipation dig by Khan.
Come on, head. 2-1.
Harward on the twisted wrister shot. 4-2.
And I really like that play. Again, running out of the middle, she keeps running to the pin. She really stacked. Look, the defender and blocker are stacked right on each other. She has the right or left to go, and it looks like an easy shot.
Tight serve into the seam. And Khan finding a way around the huge block of Deberg.
Absolutely. I might consider trying to run a 3 block on Kylie Khan. Kind of hold down that line and sprint and pick up that cut shot. Might be moving a little faster.
Joust up top between Harward and Sowers goes Sowers' way. 4-4. That was a missile by Deberg right at Kahn, who couldn't control it.
But look at this set from Hailey Harward. She's on the net and still finds space to just lift it on her left shoulder. Kylie Deberg crushing it home.
Kahn again, high line over the block of Deberg. 5-5 on the turn.
This is teeing up to be a really close matchup in the tiebreaker. Nice high set and good touch from Kylie Kahn.
Teams are battling back and forth. Hit for tat, blow for blow. It's like a bar alley brawl.
I think we're going over 15 in this one. That's my projection.
See who makes the run here midway or a third of the way through, as you see Hailey Harward going ballistic off the block of Sowers. Low approach by Kahn. Bates Harward down the line as Kahn goes for that cutty again.
I mean, that is laser precision. Look where that ball crosses over the net. It's at least 3 feet away from Kylie Deberg. And she's passed and set right on the pin, completely trapped in there, and makes that happen.
Overhand dig by Kahn. And she drops it over Harward. Advantage Kahn and Sowers.
It's a good point switch by them to have those 2 points back to back.
You know, 2 plays before, I was watching Harward on defense. She did a double fake move to try and fake Kylie from hitting the shot.
Yeah, and you know what? Even with the strategy of trying to shut that down, she just hits it with such precision and accuracy and a speed that it's quite fast ball to pick up.
Harward going crossbody on the winner.
And we said coming into this, defense was going to be the differential in this matchup. And so if somebody can pick up a dig and transition it into a kill, that's going to be a huge point.
We go to the crowd chat. Who's everyone pulling for? We're in a third set tiebreak. There's one for Kahn and Sowers and another for Hailey and Kylie. But let's say the rest of you. At 7-7, a midway point. Make that 8-7 now after the service error. Both teams playing really good ball here in our third set tiebreak.
Yeah, absolutely. They're being aggressive. They're not playing tentative. They're going in hard. They're challenging the serve, trying to work that middle deep.
Harward blocked at the net by Sowers. Joust, who's going to win the tool? What's the call going to be? It looks like Sowers and Kahn are going to get the point. I don't know. What way could that have gone, Meg?
For me, that set's too tight for Hailey Harward coming in. And she's trying to recycle it and recover with it, and it's just unfortunate. It's not falling enough to her right shoulder, so it's dying inside and probably a little bit too tight.
2-point lead, biggest lead so far here in our third set tiebreak. Harward's blocked at the net on her 2 ball. And Deberg tags the end line.
Nice defensive play. She gets up there. A little bit of scratch hit, but she just needed to control that into that deep line. Nice shot.
Just the outside of the end line.
Outside of the outside. And both sides serving middle deep. Some picking up an ace, getting some disruption. Also some errors coming in.
10-8, the score of the Kylie Deberg and Hailey Harward take the time out late here in our third set tiebreak.
And I think that's a really good use of a timeout. Where we are in the scoring, 10-8, you're behind 2. Big match here to win. Kylie Deberg and Hailey Harward want to beat Kahn and Sauer so that they can try to protect that opportunity to play in the league. They're sitting 5th overall coming in before Chicago in those rankings, and they are taking the top 8 and maybe wild cards into that matchup.
Well, the winner of this match here is not going to have that long of a break, but if there's any benefit, is the other team that they're going to be playing would have gone to a third set tiebreak. That's Hodel and York and Rodriguez Urango all tied at 1 set apiece. The winner of this match plays the winner of that match, what was supposed to be 2 p.m. Central. But we shall see how long these go here and how bad the courts are.
I think, Rob, from here on out, it's pretty much given they're all going to be 3 matches. It's the best of the best. At the end of the season, everyone's peaking and primed for this event, battling their hearts out.
Sauer's out of the timeout with serve up 10-8.
High, line high. Angle.
Bringing it to the back is Harward to Deberg.
You're there.
Placement free ball with precision. What a ball by Kylie Kahn.
Oh my goodness. She can even hit the con cutting from a free ball.
Come on, Dad.
Isn't that called the boop, the bump to kill almost?
The boop, the Carissa Cook boop.
11 serving to 8.
Wide, cross.
Come on with the extreme angle or the Carly Cuddy or Con Cuddy. 12-8.
Look at this. Continues to kick outside, and that's why she can hit it so sharply. She keeps that ball on her right side, touching that ball, making that middle finger cross over the middle of the net, moving that outside the opportunity for that blocker to get that ball.
Almost like her wrist is on a swivel the way she's hitting those angles. One hand dig by Kahn.
Go. 2, high right.
And the attack error by Deberg makes it 13-8.
And it looks like Sauers and Kahn have the advantage in winning this matchup. A few unforced errors here right at the end. Nice dig by Harward, excuse me.
And this time long distance tool by Hailey Harward off of Sauers, going to the farthest sideline from the attack point. Nine certain at 13. Oh my goodness, a southpaw winner on the broken play by Kylie Kahn. Match point to 9.
I mean, just so smooth, but again, she's completely facing the middle of the court. You can see everything the opponent is doing. Little bit of lucky, but I'm sure she also practices her lefty.
You can.
And a walk-off ace for Kylie Kahn as they upset Kylie Deberg and Hailey Harward 2 sets to 1. 21-14, 18-21, and 15-9. Meg, I want to ask you who your player of the match is and your post-match thoughts.
I mean, post-match thoughts, Kylie Kahn just dominated, but not to take away from Devanne Sauers. They're equally, doing their duty, and they're putting it together as a team. Their chemistry is unstoppable. Devanne Sauers is such a big threat at the net. You have to go at Kylie Kahn. That Kahn Cuddy, man, is tearing it up and is lethal.
So with that, Kylie Kahn and Devanne Sauers upset the number 7 seed and move on to match number 24 to play the winner of the Delaney Hodel, Kaylee York, and Tony Rodriguez, Gina Urango matchup, still in a third set tiebreak. And they are close. We'll just say it is 12-10 Rodriguez Urango in the third set. So they are awaiting their next opponent, who is going to be equally worn after their third set tiebreak. So with that, we move on over to our men's side in our next matchup. It'll be Meg and I on that call. It will be our number 5 seed of Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook facing off against the number 10 seed, the Flying Hawaiians, Tri Bourne and Ryan Wilcox. Megan, I look forward to catching you in approximately 10 minutes here in our next Survival Saturday elimination matchup. For Megan Bergdorf, I'm Rob Aspero. We'll catch you in about 10-ish or so.
I like you go first.